Well, 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 look what the tornado dragged in. Welcome back, my shady, stunning, and slightly unhinged tater tots to the Couch Potato Queens. Y'all, this week we witnessed the Wicked Wiz of Oz, the Rusical, and let's be real, some of these girls were serving Broadway while others were serving middle school talent show realness. But before we dive into the mess, the mayhem, and the magic, we're going to welcome back our very own Emerald City Royalty V in just a few minutes. She's back in the building, Hanny. And joining us again will be our extra special guest co-host. It's the one and only Dakota. So grab yourself some popcorn, pour yourself a drink or three, and let's break it all down because if these queens are going to be shady, you know that we're going to be shadier. And if your favorite flopped, well, let's just say there's no place like home, and some of these girls might be heading there sooner than they think. Let's get into it. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? You should be able to share it now, by the way, if you haven't already.
I have not.
Welcome back to the Couch Potato Queens. Hi, Dakota.
Hi, Mackenzie. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good, good, good. V will be joining us shortly. V is finishing up some work, but we'll be jumping in here in just a few minutes. So they told us to go ahead and get started, and they will join us shortly. So, Dakota, how did you like this week's episode?
I loved this week's episode. I didn't think I was gonna, because Snatch Game is my favorite, but the last couple of seasons they've been doing the Rusical. I've actually really enjoyed it, but really everybody
on seasons, girl, they've been doing it for like the last 10 years.
Well, I mean, I'm a nostalgic girly, so I like the earlier seasons more than I like the newer seasons.
No, you don't say.
I mean, I'm partial to the older
seasons. If you had to pick your favorite season, what would your favorite season be?
Oh my God. I started watching on season 2, but honestly, probably season 3 is like when I really, really got into it. I've watched all of the seasons because, season 1 had already aired and it was like really hard to watch because I don't even know what it was on back then. But I know when I started watching season 2, I didn't even know what was going on. I was just watching it and it was on, I think, the Logo channel, and my grandparents had it because they had DirecTV. But my parents had, I don't know what they had, like Uverse or Dish Network or something. So I didn't get it. So I had to go there to watch it. So I would miss some episodes, but I would say season 3 was probably like my absolute favorite, Raja's season.
Yep. I'd say 4 was probably my favorite season. That's the season that I really jumped in. And then I went and saw 2 of the queens live. Even though she's canceled now, Sharon Needles, that's her season. It was just, it was a movement then. It was fun. And then after that, after that, the next season's when Alyssa Edwards joined. So that was one of my favorite seasons because I love Alyssa Edwards.
I would say 3 through season 6 or 7 were probably like the best in my eyes. Well, actually, season 2 through 7 probably.
Yep. Cool. Well, we're going ahead and we're going to just start and work our way through, and hopefully V will be able to join us here in just a few minutes. So, this episode starts off with the queens coming back into the workroom to see Crystal Envy's message written on the mirror. Yeah, I would still envy me. Love you guys. I love you girls. Some of the girls we see are very happy coming into the workroom, specifically Anya Nerve. And some of the girls are sad. Jules, especially, saying she was not expecting to see Crystal and me go home this early. And no matter how good you're doing, you're never safe in this competition. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we kind of said it on our last episode that the girls in the background, when they chose, the judges or Ru chose Crystal to go home and Lana to stay, like the girls in the back were shocked. Obviously, because I'm not taking away, I know that Lana's been getting a lot of hate online and body shaming, and we are not about that. We are going based off of what they're showing us on the main stage and how they're doing in the challenge, and we're only seeing what the producers edited and showed us. We're not seeing the whole thing. Only they're the ones that are able to see everything that happened behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not anything to do, but like, would she look better if would her drag be elevated if she padded? Yes. Talking about Lana. Would, and yes, while she's serving up some good looks, she's serving up looks that would be good on any other season. But this is season 17. Her looks are just not as elevated and polished as some of the other queens.
Lana has a beautiful body. And honestly, there's a lot of drag queens that don't pad because they're very, they're tall, they're skinny, they're very model-esque, they're toned. Yep. And I wish I was like that. I'm tall, but I'm not like super lean. I'm not like super muscular and toned. So like, I applaud her for that. She has a gorgeous body. Like, I honestly don't mind her not padding. It's just some of her looks this season, her looks on any other season would be super, super elevated. But on this season, just because everybody is like bringing it so hard on the runways, her looks are beautiful. It's just, they're not like up there with some of the other girls on this particular season.
Yeah.
But her looks are beautiful. Like, I'm literally just comparing her looks and what they show us in the challenge to the other girls. Like, that's literally all we're doing.
Yep. Susie says everyone saw Crystal going to the end, to which Lydia says, yes. So thanks for taking her out, Lana. And everyone laughs. And then Lexi says, yes, you're going to be getting an edible arrangement from all of us.
Yeah.
That makes Lana start thinking she's a top competitor because she took out a big dog. We keep on going, and all of the girls congratulate Anya on her nerve. Anya on her win, saying, she's like, thanks, y'all didn't make me work hard for it. I came here wanting to win Snatch Game, to which Lexi said, and now you can go home. After that, Susie decides that she's going to get in on the action and talks about how she's disappointed that she did not win, but she's just trying to give the girls one more week to breathe, and then she's going to come back with fire. So my question is Susie and Lana the latest to come down with a highly contagious drag delusion disease?
Yeah, the disease of delusion is very, very, very heavy and rampant this season.
Yeah.
Susie, like, we've said that, like, Susie in a acting challenge where there's a script and they're singing, she's going to do amazing. She's going to do amazing. But off the cuff, like, with quick humor and like comebacks and stuff, not so much, as we just saw with the Snatch Game. Which, we know the Snatch Game is a lot harder behind the scenes than like what we're seeing because it's like completely quiet. But regardless of all that, compared to everybody else, it wasn't the strongest Snatch Game that we've ever seen. It's probably one of the weakest Snatch Games that we've seen. All in all, she did not do well, but she thought she did.
So the queens enter the workroom the next day, and they start teasing Lydia and Corey about having a thing going on. They are starting to get really close and comfortable. Like,
I mean, look at how Corey is like standing behind Lydia.
Right.
I mean, dumb. Okay. But like, we've seen like a couple of other showmances like on other seasons, but it's
the
more
only
just like,
one that we ever really saw was between oh my god, Vanessa Vanjie Mateo and Brooklyn Heights.
There was another one, but I can't remember who it was, but it was always just, like them like talking about each other in their confessionals or like subtle flirting in the workroom. Like, this is like physical, like literally standing behind Lydia, like with that.
I think the only other one was British Queen. They did Gone with, or the fart acting challenge. Maxine! You know who I'm talking about.
There's been like a lot of relationships that have started after the show, like right after, but they didn't really talk about it on the show. And then there's a couple that were talked about on the show, and then you just never heard anything after the show was over. Almost just like
Lady Camden and Angeria Paris Van Michaels. They flirted a lot in their season, but yeah. So RuPaul enters the workroom looking like she just shut down a church bake sale with one slap. And she tells the queens that this week is the Rusical. And she says, oh, and then Sam says, whether you're a fan of it says, whether you're a fan of Wicked, Wiz, or the Wizard of Oz, the message is the same. The power to change lies within each and every one of us. And this week, you're going to be starring in the ultimate musical mashup, The Wicked Wiz of Oz. And the girls go wild. What did you think when you heard that was what was going to happen this week?
I kind of saw it coming just with like the other things that have been going on this season for the main challenges. So like the writing was on the wall, but I'm so happy. Like, I don't know how, I guess because they film months in advance. So they had that like timeline of, okay, well, Wicked is hot and heavy right now. It's going to be coming out around the same time this is going to air. We're going to do a Wicked Wizard of Oz.
All about like culture and what's going on and all that other stuff. So Miss RuPaul, this was deliberate. And so bravo to them.
And I love that they like intertwined all three. Like the Wiz, which was like the Michael Jackson version of the Wiz. Then there was Judy Garland's Wizard of Oz. And then, of course, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Navarro's Wicked that just released.
Then we cut to Susie saying that she has 15 years of theater experience and these girls cannot touch me. Do you think she's going to eat or get humbled?
I knew that she was going to eat this challenge because she's done well in all the other acting challenges. I don't consider the Snatch Game to be acting as much as it is like off the cuff and quick humor. So I was like, she got humbled. Yeah. So I don't think the other girls see her as much of a threat after seeing that. But I think there's some other girls that are like, okay, well, she's done well in the other acting challenges. Like, we still have to watch out for her.
Hey, Joseph Collins. Joseph Collins said that loud-ass reaction to recording with Michelle has to be half the footage from telling them about Jamal Sims. There's no way they're that excited about seeing somebody who's already on the panel. I agree. Yeah. So we're about to get to that. But first we have, let me say this really quick. I think she's about to get humbled because I think she thinks no one can touch her. And I don't think she realizes that there's some queens that have musical theater experience as well and are about to do a little bit better than her. But honestly, this challenge is all about picking the right part, and we'll get into that here in just a few more minutes. So the queens, let's see, Ru tells them that they're going to choose their parts and then they'll lay down their tracks with Michelle and rehearse the dance with Jamal Sims. And they are providing wigs and costumes. And as Joseph Collins just said, there's no way they cheered that loud about singing with Michelle. Honestly, Jamal Sims is the one that you need to impress here because he's the director or choreographer for RuPaul's Drag Race Live. So you want to impress him here because you want him to work with you later on down the road. So immediately the queens read over the synopsis and start picking their roles. But there's not without some disagreement. So the first disagreement comes with Kansas Dorothy. Susie, Acacia, and Sam all want the part. Then Lexi steps in and reminds Sam of what Michelle said in the critiques last week about her stepping out of her comfort zone and doing something different so she can really shine. So Sam realizes that the part is the prim and perfect role. So why would she do that? So she states she wants to take the Wicked Witch, which they let her take with no objection. If you think you were in this, would you, if another queen said she wanted something and no one was objecting to it, would you just let them have it? Or would you try to run interference?
If I knew that I would do it justice and I didn't have a win or I was really gunning for another win because I knew that I could be in the top, I would not let that part go.
Yeah. So after that, there's after that argument, and they agreed to give Kansas Dorothy to Acacia, which Susie cannot get over, and she can't get over it for the rest of the fucking episode. She is pissed about it. She goes on and on and on and on about it. From there, we find out that the Green Witch is going to go to Susie. The Wicked Witch as Cher is Sam Starr. The Lioness is going to Lexi. Scarecrow to Arietti. Tin Man to Lana, Harlem Dorothy to Anya Nerve. Then we have another showdown over the Good Witch. Corey wants the part because it calls for a big ass and big breast, which she says is something that she's been complimented on. But Jewel Sparkles really wants the part and says it speaks to her. After some yelling and a lot of back and forth, the girls vote and it goes to Jules. So the Good Witch goes to Jules, and Flying Monkeys are going to be Lydia and Corey, the lovers, doing a duet together.
How fitting.
Very fitting. Yeah. So the queens move on to, woo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our very own V to the stage. Hi. Oh, hold on. Let me fix this to, there we go.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. V, Dakota, V.
Hi,
Hi,
nice to meet you.
what's up, gorgeous?
Thank you.
So Joseph Collins said, Susie didn't Dorothy. I think she wanted the witch all along, but wanted someone to make a fool of themselves fighting for it. She's mentioning it repeatedly and producing Acacia's storyline for her. Susie's doing that a lot. But I don't think I would never have gone up and been like throwing a hissy fit that I wanted it to Michelle Visage, because that made her look bad to Michelle. But that's just my opinion. V, we're now to the queens have just finished fighting over what roles they're going to get. And they are now about to start the one-on-one with Michelle.
So basically, you've already talked about how Susie's pulling a Lucy LaDuca.
Yeah, basically. That's what we were just talking about.
And
Yeah.
listen, I say this with love because for those who have watched with me in the past, I was the Lucy stan. I don't know why the delusion in my head lives on forever. So I was eating that shit up. So when I saw Susie come on, I go, ooh, we've been here before. We've seen this
You and
mess.
Dakota are going to get along well then. Y'all were both Susie or Lucy
I
LaDuca fans.
love Lucy. I guess, is there drama behind her that I don't know about now?
No, not that. Just the whole everybody
The
hated
whole
on her
package.
because she was just delusion. And I was like, I don't care. I'll live for it. You know what? Somebody's got to be delusional. And if it's, why not be the one?
Lucy LaDuca, there's Susie's amount of delusion, and then there's Mistress Isabel Brooks' delusion. You can't really measure the two because one's going to outmeasure the other one because of pure weight.
Mistress is, ooh, that's a
The
whole
queen.
different level.
Well, I can't even say that she big girl now because if Miss Thing got on some Ozempic or she got a good twink to fuck the weight off of her. That bitch is snatched now, honey.
Oh shit. Snatched. Man, a whole bunch of the queens have been getting on Ozempic.
Mistress, Mistress was giving mother energy, especially to the twins on her season. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, she was like one of the youngest on the cast her season. I was like, she's like,
but she's coming from Texas and Texas drag. Yeah. So honestly, you see the picture?
She's so little.
I know. Yeah.
But she's got a mullet. So like, come on, girl. You're winning me over.
Yeah. I love mullet. That's a panty dropper for me.
Okay, Keisha. So we're in
Acacia is beautiful. If Acacia wasn't gay, whoo, Lord.
Listen.
We're in Singing with Michelle. Lana is the Tin Man. She's told that she's so good that this could be a good thing for her. Welcome to the competition. And Lana said, "Oh, I'm finally in it after 8 weeks." And Michelle says, "Yes, count yourself lucky."
Michelle is so much nicer than I would have been. That's all I gotta say.
I missed the judges like reading the crap out of the girls on the seasons. Like I guess from like past seasons, like girls complaining and there being fights and stuff and like drama after. I know they're like supposed to be nicer, but I'm like, she's still shading people like in a nice way. And it's very subtle now, but like, I miss her like coming out on the runway. Like, why did you wear this? No. Like I missed the finger.
Yep. After that, we have Lana come up. No, we have Lydia as a flying monkey. And she's told that she is cute with an adorable, bright voice. Then comes Corey King. Corey King says that she isn't a singer. She's a talker. Michelle calls her first take interesting and then tells her to go again and pitch. And Corey King says, huh?
So why was she fighting so damn hard for that fucking role when she didn't even sing? Sorry, I'm very fluent. But yeah, why was she fighting so hard? And it's like, so girl, what were you doing that for? Did you want to go home? If you wanted to go, I mean.
Well, let's be honest. The Dorothy part, you probably could have sat there and just kind of more talked it, like you were talking to the, you know, it might have been better than what Acacia did. I don't know. I'm just, ugh.
Joseph Collins said, Michelle comes from the ballroom. She reads better than Rue. Amen.
True story.
Yeah. What I like is when, you know, some of the judges get on Roscoe's recap and then they are unfiltered about their opinions and they read these bitches for filth. Love it. We need more of that.
Yes.
Then after we have, let's see, I'm trying to find my notes. There we are. Susie Toot gets up there as the Green Witch, and Michelle called her voice brave, and everyone's eye rolling. Anya Nerve doing Harlem Dorothy, Michelle screaming, yes! And then Susie starts getting nervous because she's recognizing how talented Anya is. Really, bitch? Episode 8, you're just now realizing how talented Anya is? Anya's been eating every fucking challenge, every fucking runway, and now you're finally going to get out of your own fucking delusion and be like, oh, she's, ooh, woohoo.
She's just such, and this is why I say I love that she's pulling a Lucy, because Lucy really was being like, no, she was pulling like the whole Gia gun, like I am the boom boom gun. Like, come on. Like, yeah, I mean, we get it. You are super talented. I'm not shitting on that, but it's just like.
Sean Ollie says, hey, Dakota. Hey, everyone. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
Then we get the singer, the one, the only, Acacia Forgot, who is pitchy. Exactly. Who is pitchy as fuck. And Sam's like, bitch, what is going on? I thought you were a singer.
I'm wondering though, like if the nerves got to her because everyone knew that she was a singer. So like the nerves got, or they edited it. Like the worst takes that she had, they like edited it, you know?
No, because did you hear the final product?
It's the
delusion. Horrible.
It was that the final product was what she was giving, and it was changed. The pitch and the tone was changed on it electronically.
Dakota, you're very sweet. That's all I have to say. And you obviously you've got the love blinders on because you're obviously in love with Acacia, which is totally okay. Except I'm still judging, but it's
that's not what you said about her runway looks a couple of weeks ago.
But her runways are getting better. Like as we saw last week, that was probably her strongest runway that she's had.
But I don't need queens to come here and get better. I need queens to come here and be good.
But some of the queens that needed guidance and to get better are the ones that won on past seasons. Look at Jinx Monsoon.
Yeah, but here's the whole
thing. Jinx is a once in a lifetime phenomenon, though.
Jinx, yeah, I was just about to say Jinx is like she's
what she lacked in her runway and her fashion, she made up for in every other fucking.
Yeah, I'm just comparing like their drag getting better as the season goes on, like watching the other girls. I'm not saying that like Acacia is on Jinx's level and theatrics.
It was kind of like Sasha Velour and Jinx had like a very similar trajectory with like the whole Sasha like was already like they both came in pretty good, but they knew they still had some room to grow. I mean, that's like the RuPaul fucking equation. They love that stuff where it's like you're almost there, we just need you to like let loose a little bit, like oh my god, what Sam Star did almost kind of thing, you know.
So the queens go from that to their practice with Jamal Sims, and Jamal talks about how important this is to him because he's got a Wizard of Oz tattoo, blah blah blah, whatever. Then we get to Corey King and Lydia Butthole Collins practicing. And
with them boots again. Them non-platform mesh-sided lace-up boots.
V, if RuPaul in the last challenge had gone personally to your station and picked your crusty boots up off the floor and brought them over to the work table and held them out and talked about how ugly and horrible these are, would you have kept them? Well, I would have kept them to put in my suitcase, to put in a box and like put on my wall. I would not have put them fuckers back on my feet and walked on that stage.
To be fair, I don't think she brought any other shoes. She brought bordellos and those boots in every color.
Then I would have been wearing them bordellos every single episode.
All I know is that
she got a girlfriend now. I've been borrowing my girlfriend's shoes.
Yep, that's very true. I would be keeping those shoes to sell on eBay, just like the bag dress if I were Lalaurie or something. But like, no, I would not be wearing those back on the runway at all. I don't care if it's just for a rehearsal or whatever. That is called bad luck, bad juju. We don't do that.
Safira Cristal wore character shoes almost every runway and still won.
Listen, Safira Cristal is a different woman. Woo!
At least Safira Cristal spray painted them a different color every single episode, or hot glued fabric onto them every single episode.
There you go.
Next we have Miss Jules Sparkles on the stage doing her dance numbers, and the queen's like, it looks like she's got a turkey baster shoved up her ass, and they all start giggling, and they all start going.
She looks like every old woman at church in the South on her way to the fellowship hall to eat after she'd been wearing her heels and they're a little bit too tight because her feet are starting to swell. That's how she's walking across the stage.
Oh, you're not wrong.
That, or after the youth minister just fucked you in the back and, you know, you got some shit sliding out your ass because he fucked you so good, you try not to shit all over the floor.
I did not go to that church.
I do not speak from personal experience on that, of course.
I went to Catholic church. We don't do that shit. I'm sorry. I wasn't a little boy, so they didn't want
yeah. Yeah.
I was a youth kid and everything. They still didn't want nothing. I tried.
Did the nuns punish you?
Not well enough. Look at me.
Well, see, I'd have been doing stuff. I mean, like, spank me, nun. Spank me, Sister Mary. Fucks a lot.
Unfortunately, we only had nuns when I was super little, so I guess that would have been really fucked up. But if only I would have had that. No, we had the teachers that fucked students when I was in high school, but again, I wasn't a boy, so rude.
I was sheltered as a child. Whenever I saw nuns out in public, like at hospitals and stuff, if it was like a Catholic hospital, I would automatically assume like, oh my gosh, they're the girls from Sister Act. Because that was like one of my favorite movies when I was like 5.
Yes. Come on. Where's Lauryn Hill? Where's Lauryn Hill? She's
we then have Vonnie Nerve get on stage and start doing her choreography, and she's not picking it up fast. And then others are saying that she come across as a rude diva when she's not able to pick up something right away and she's concentrating, and that they don't think she means to come across as that way, but she's coming across as a rude diva, which Jamal Sims brings up later on.
I mean, again, they must have edited most of that out because I wasn't really getting rude diva. I was just getting like, yeah, I can understand being frustrated and like all of that jazz. I don't know.
I'm not a dancer, and like knowing like the girls knowing that she's probably going to do well because we know that she can sing, we know that she can act. So I think the pressure of like all the other girls like talking off stage and like watching you and like you're not picking up the steps, like I would be pressed. I would be flustered and I would probably be all over the place because I'm not a dancer, and like you're showing me these steps and I'm not catching on, and you got the other girls giggling on the side of the stage. I would probably get a little bit of an attitude too.
Well, but I would never let Jamal Sims see that, especially knowing he's probably going to judge. I would sit there and anything. Okay, got you. Okay, I'm going to practice it. I'm going to work on it.
That's why he keeps like egging it on. He keeps like making these little comebacks like, oh, you're not catching on. Like you showed me twice and you expect me to learn the whole dance in like 5 minutes. Like they want that from the girls.
I mean, I know, but I'm sorry. This is also RuPaul's Drag Race. This is not, do you think you can dance? If you're coming to this, you need to go and take a sewing lesson. you need to go and get a couple of patterns that you can take that are already in your bag so you can cut those out and you know those are in your size. You need to go to a dance studio and take 2 or 3 lessons on picking up choreography really fast. You need to go find a music or vocal coach to help you learn how to get at least a good pitch down, and you need to go find a joke person to write you some good fucking jokes. It's not that fucking hard.
Well,
Shut up, it's not that hard.
We know talented dancers from past seasons that don't pick up on choreography because they just do all of their own. So now the trained dancers pick up on the choreography, but the girls that are like really, really good, like acrobatists and whatever
but
else.
I think
Like
the point here is that I get what you're saying, but the point is like not letting Jamal see that, because he's going to then go and say this person was giving attitude. You want to give them nothing to go back to the other judges with, so you're on the same slate as everybody. Even if you don't get it, you lie and shake your head and pretend you've got it, because what you don't see is they're giving them a tape that they can take back to their hotel room and put into a VCR and watch the choreo over and over so they can practice it.
Sorry.
So I'm going to sit there and lie my fucking ass off and tell them, I got it, dude. I'm good. Lydia and Corey, then back to them real quick. Corey says, I'm feeling super confident about this. I'm playing checkers. Or wait, is it chess? Yeah.
Sorry, my dog's a treat. Okay.
So we get back into the workroom the next day, the day of elimination, and we've got Susie putting on her makeup. And she got me worried with her for a minute because she was doing some weird fucking makeup at first. And
she's got a lot of white highlight on her face. I was kind of getting nervous too because she's not the strongest painter on the season. But she does have like that theater background. So I was like, well, maybe she knows what she's doing. But I was nervous there for a minute.
And we get Corey King saying that if Susie doesn't win, she's going to lose her fucking mind. And she's here for that. I kind of am too.
That's what I was waiting for this whole episode, just because of all of the different, clashes that were happening. I love when bitches fight over the casting parts, because it's like, okay, we know we're about to see some drama in the production. So
they'll use anything. They're like, oh, well, you've already had 2 wins. Let somebody else have it. Or, oh, well, you do well in the challenges. You do well in any role. Like those girls that are trying to get the bigger part, that are trying to get a win in or to show themselves more, they will use anything. Like they will use anything to get that part.
Then we start getting, which I was surprised we got on this episode. We got some backstory on 3 or 4 of the queens, which I was surprised they did on a Rusical. I'm glad they do. I wish they did this sooner, but we find out more about Sam Starr. I already knew this because I know Sam, but Sam Starr is really big in musical theater. We find out that she was Ursula in her high school musical. And she was beat up a lot by jocks and the football crowd, and that musical theater really saved her life. Then we find out more about Arietti and
her eating disorder.
Well, Arietti and her eating disorder, but also Corey King, and they're both talking about how they used to be bigger and the struggles that came with that. That actually made me like Arietti more than I kind of did, because I got to see a little bit more of her past and, why she's probably the way that she is on some things.
Mm-hmm. And then Acacia forgot talking about her cystic fibrosis diagnosis.
Colin said, these queens are giving bitter Betty with Susie. It's all like these people who are losing to Danielle on the Traders. Maybe being congenial is out in reality TV, and I'm kind of here for it. I don't think it's so much that the queens are bitter Betty with Susie. I just think Susie fucked herself in the Snatch game, because she went in talking this big game and everyone expected that she was going to win, and then she didn't. So now they're looking at her as, like B said,
I think everyone knew that she was probably going to redeem herself with whatever role she had, just because she's done so well in the acting challenges and she's a theater brat. So I think they were all just like, okay, well, no matter what role she gets, she's going to do well and she's going to redeem herself from the last episode. And I think all of them saw that.
Yeah. And then, like you were saying, Keisha Forgot then starts talking about how she was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at 8 months old and was told that she would not live past high school. So again, that gave me more insight to her. It makes me like her a lot more, you know. I wish they did this more with the queens each episode to like let us know, because, you know, there's some other queens that have gone that we're probably never going to learn a lot about, you know. Lucky Stars, for example.
I was just about to say, I was like, I don't want to think about it. That's a rock. Honestly, over the past couple seasons, I could think of a couple of like first goner girls that I'm like, that was robbery. Irene the Alien, robbery.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That would have been a great personality / I would have loved to see some of the looks that would have came after that. So
what do you think about the season? Well, this season where they started, I think it was episode 3 before we really had an elimination. No, it was 4 because Hormona Lisa got saved on the 3rd episode. So we didn't really have an elimination until episode 4. Right. I felt like that allowed us to see them and have a little bit more well-rounded experience of the queens.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely trying to bring back the whole, again, more of like the reality-ness of the show this season. You can tell with the editing, you can tell with just kind of like how much screen time they are giving to the girls, and especially how they're kind of going about Untucked and everything like that. It's just like, they want us to, especially because any of the OGs that have been watching for a really long time or whatever the case is, you know, if you're basically not a casual viewer, if you've been watching for a minute, this is what we've been missing.
Yep.
This is what we've been bitching about.
And, you know, we're not getting the things like Rumel. We're not getting the queens packing up and getting in the taxi cab and saying bye and saying the same things. And that's giving us more time to get more content in the episode. And I'm loving it.
Well, we were talking about that a couple episodes ago, that cancel culture has been slowly dying out and coming to an end. And I think with that, reality TV is starting to get back to how it was. It was more cutthroat. There was more drama. So I think it's trickling back in, which I like. I mean, I try to give everybody like a fair judgment. I try to look at it from all aspects. Sometimes it's a little too fair, but I don't know.
Well, and they will get there. So there's reality fans like Big Brother, Survivor, Traders fans, and then there's Drag Race fans. And Drag Race fans are a special kind of fucked up, sick, twisted breed. Like,
yep.
Yeah.
That's the world that I came from. So that's why I laugh, because like, shoot, all the rest of the queens got me to start watching Big Brother with them back when I was covering RuPaul. That's how I started on this channel, was RuPaul back in the day. And I think we started on season 10 or 11 or something like that. I can't remember, but it was pretty damn early on. Might have been 12. I feel like it was 12. I'm like, God damn, it's 17 now. So I'm like, ugh.
It wasn't 12. 12 was during COVID. Or right before COVID. Because 13 was during COVID. Because 13 is when we got
12 is COVID, because 12 was Jada Essence Hall, and we got the reunion and everything like that. Or that was RuPaul wearing the mask. The blue mask.
Yeah, well, because it was the 13 was the first one that was during COVID, where they came back during COVID. Yeah, 12. It was the very end of 12. They canceled halfway through when they sent them home. Yeah,
they had those like plexi for like 2 or 3 seasons or something. They had like those plexiglass barriers in between the judges.
Oh yeah.
And RuPaul never looking side to side, just looking straight ahead and just cutting her eyeball.
Leah Remini, because she's close with Michelle. She said when she was on, she's like, it was so weird. I was on there and I'm like looking around. And like Ru does not move. Like when Ru would talk to me, Ru was like, yes, Lee, yes, yes, like would not turn. And she's like, you know that RuPaul is taped so tight. If she like laughs too hard or turns her head, she's gonna pop a tape.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And the sweatpants are sweatpanting underneath that freaking.
Yep. What's the queen that said, hey Ru, will you stand up for us? And Ru was like,
it wasn't Utica, but it was somebody during that same season, wasn't it?
I thought it was Utica.
Or it was Utica. See, I don't know, but I love
during
Utica,
the
and so I
roast
feel
or
like it
something. I think
was.
during the roast. She was
Hold on.
bombing.
What queen asked RuPaul to stand up? And Ru flipped.
It was during a roast, and the person that said it was bombing. It probably was Utica.
Utica. It was Utica.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Okay.
So and Joseph Collins says Drag Race fans are evil. Yes, they are.
Truly.
Trinity the Tuck, I think I shared with you, Trinity the Tuck made a post last night talking about all y'all want to be so judgmental behind the screen. Meanwhile, y'all are living in your parents' basement and don't have a job by choice. And I'm like, oh.
So Sam Star asked Corey and Lydia if their love thing is for the show or is it for real? And Corey says she's open. And spoiler alert, they are strong and going good. They're loving it. Hi, Norma Dyson and posting nothing. That's my birth mother. Hi, how are you? That's Mom's.
Love Moms on Facebook.
So we get to the main stage and Michelle Visage is looking like Glinda in all good reasons ways. RuPaul is looking like RuPaul. Then we have Jamal Sims looking fine as fuck. But even better than that, we have Adam Lambert. And I'm like Sam Star. I felt like I got pregnant just watching him through the television screen.
Listen, okay, the way that I already knew about this song before this episode came on, because my friend just put me onto the EP like not that long ago, I wanted to flip my fucking TV. I got so goddamn excited when I found out what the damn lip sync song was. But yes, saw Adam Lambert and I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
I've been a fan since American Idol, and he's beautiful. Like that man, you look at him in high def, he ain't aged a day since American Idol. His hair changed.
But I mean, like where he's at right fucking now, it's just like.
Oh, and him, I saw him in Nashville because it's probably, I almost want to say that's where Sam went because that was the closest one. But I went in 2019, summer of 2019, I went to see Adam Lambert with Queen in Nashville live, and it was amazing. Like, amazing.
So we get ready for the Wicked Wiz of Oz. And the judges are sitting there ready to watch, and the opening starts, and we find out that it's going to be very similar to Chorus Line. Have either of y'all seen Chorus Line?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
never heard of it.
I love. Oh my god, I'm gonna take your call.
I love theater, musical theater, so I can't.
So for anytime we have performances, we've created a ranking system. If you love it, it's making it rain. It's something that you would give several dollars to. If it was just okay, you give it $1. And if you were bored as fuck and you thought it was horrible, it's time for a smoke break.
Oh my god, that is funny as hell.
I love that. So we're going to start with Susie 2.
Make It Rain.
Interesting.
She was in my top this week.
I would have given it $1. It's not. Well, it was good, but it was just I expected it to be good. If it was going to, I needed it to be like. V, you've seen some of these where these queens come out and they do like No Good Deed or something, and they've got the cape billowing up. I just needed a little bit more like behind it. What do you think?
Listen, so there's one thing y'all are going to learn about me right now. And if there's something I love a little bit more than Drag Race, it's going to be anything related to Wicked. Mm-hmm. So, the end of last year saved my life. Let me tell you. Okay. Saw that shit on Christmas, saw that shit 5 times in theaters. I don't even want to talk about it. But anyways, so I've seen it on stage, all that good stuff. With this girl fighting so hard, I was like, great, she's gonna nail it. Everything's gonna be cute. Like, she's got this musical theater background. I'm so geeked to see how it goes because, like, sure, she wanted Kansas Dorothy, but like, she should be able to do whatever the hell she's given, right? I'm also going to agree with you, Kenzie, because it's giving $1. I'm just like, as much as I want to say make it rain, that's what I thought she was coming at us with. I thought she was hyping this up to be a make it rain. And instead it was just kind of like, oh, okay.
And I wanted to I like Susie Toot. I like the shit she did her first couple of weeks was groundbreaking. I've never seen it. It was like hilarious and then it's like she started at the top and it's like she's just slowly kind of going at a downward spiral. And I need her to
I judge the ones I love the most the hardest because I'm like, girl, you. But I knew for a fact that I was like, oh.
Just Colin said, when are they going to break down and have Harvey Fierstein as the judge and parody La Cage Falls?
Oh, that would be so good. Stop.
Please. Please.
But yeah, I mean, you just know how big this is compared to like the timing of when this is all coming out and everything. It's like, I don't know, Susie. I want you to do well, but
I also wonder if it's not like we've now all been like flooded with Wicked in the best way possible. And Anonymous Angel, thank you for the super chat. LGBTQ Deuteronomy 22:5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. Bitch, what?
So you're giving us money? Okay, goodbye.
Thanks. We will take it. And this is coming from a proud trans woman who is wearing women's clothing right now with titties that I had implanted into my body.
Yep, I'm wearing men's clothing too, so I love that. Give me more money.
I wanted to channel Galinda, so I wore pink.
Speaking of titties, hold on. Speaking of titties, let's change this around. Speaking of titties.
Yes, thank you.
I mean,
titties.
I love when people will give us money while dating. It's so funny to me. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I don't know what you think you were doing, but I appreciate the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sillies.
Thanks, not good. School and learn how to spell, please.
Hey, congratulations for messing up your algorithm. I really love that for you. And now you're about to get a whole bunch of gay stuff.
You're going to get tranny galore. You're going to get gay dudes doing bareback sex right on your timeline.
Can't wait. Love that.
But only the most horrible, miserable people try to push their religion on somebody else. Absolutely. Obviously, we don't care. We love everyone. Love is our religion. And you don't see us throwing our lives on you. So
you know
what I'm going to do, Anonymous Angel, just for you? I'm going to take your $9.99 donation and I'm going to give it to trans youth.
Period. And you know what? I give that last comment a smoke break. That's what I give that last comment.
I give that last comment a smoke break as well. I give that a couch catastrophe, which we'll tell you about in a minute.
I love that people have, through the years, like in history, have always used Bible quotes and verses to serve their own selfish agenda. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, we know they're just trying to take the heat off of all the other sins that they're committing, but they want to make one of these supposed sins worse than the others, but they're all supposed to be equal. Okay.
Well, let's not give them any more airtime than they deserve because they, like Trump, deserve nothing but jail time. So back to what I was just saying about Miss Susie Toot. I feel almost too like we have had so much Wicked in our faces the past 3 or 4 months that to come out and do anything with a green face and like alphabet, like we need it to be like, then the like,
if you're gonna give it to us, okay?
We need it like,
so she didn't give what we were expecting her to give, but she did okay. Did she redeem herself from the last?
She did completely okay. It's not her fault. It's Wicked's fault for coming out. If Wicked had not come out in theaters, we would have all probably been like, "You go, girl."
She was giving she was given the Broadway version, like Idina Menzel, like
no. Don't even do. Not even.
If only she could give Idina Menzel. Oh my God,
Idina Menzel is
like trying to give.
Idina Menzel is going to come to Alabama to piss on your grave, like for that comment. Yeah.
We,
So
you know,
next up we have
the still of this makes this so much more iconic. Oh
you're
my
welcome.
God. This is
I
my
got several stills and I was like, which one should I get? Oh yeah, the one with the nipple popping out in the face.
this
If you
is my
look, almost all of these have iconic faces tonight.
oh this is
I
my
am so glad she fought for this role. Like, it was fucking hilarious.
that part. That part.
Yep. And I mean, Corey King would have probably done something crazy, but I don't think Corey King would have gotten down and dirty and ugly with it like this. And that's what this role called for. And especially with the character that she's kind of representing from A Chorus Line. Like, it's an over-the-top go-getter, like, I'm the best of the best. I've got big, in your face, boom. And that's what she gave us.
Yep. Oh my
Thank you so much. We appreciate you giving us a $49.99 donation. Romans 1:27, in the same way that men also abandon natural relationship. Whatever. I'm not even going to read it because fuck you. Thank you for your fucking money.
Hey, if you give us $99.99, we're still gonna take your money and talk shit. Thank you so much. Anonymous Angel one. I love that. I love that anonymous people.
You are an anonymous angel.
To supply the channel. You are an anonymous angel.
You know what, anonymous angel? You know what? Jesus loves us too. We know. Jesus loves us more. But you know what I really love? The fact that you just supported us in our message of spreading queerness for another month.
Well, let's not put gender on clothing because 2,000 years ago, men wore robes and gowns. So,
not to mention that the word homosexual wasn't even in the Bible until 1940s. And not to mention that the person who wrote the King James Bible and who put it into circulation was a fucking homosexual. So,
but yeah, we'll take another tip just to bring you up again if you need to feel special yet again one more time. Don't worry, a lot of these queens on this show
I'm going to take a quick screenshot of this just so I can send it to the other queens. Be like,
yeah, this is great. Raising money.
All three of us grew up in church. We know the Bible front to back.
This is the official, this is like the epitome of haters make us famous. I love that.
We appreciate you so much. We love you. And more importantly,
plant more seeds, plant more coins, honey. We'll take them all. We love it.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Honey, you're not planting a seed. You're not planting any seeds. You know what? I'm not going to go on. I'm not. Just Collins just said, I timed out the first account and they came back with a second one. Maybe if I keep banning, they'll keep donating. Girl, go for it, baby. I forgot you were a moderator. Do you?
Absolutely. That's why I said we need $99.99 next time. But also
$99.99.
I love that we got
house and I will suck her nipple.
I love that we got $50 when her tit is out right now, and she's literally like this is just the most
no, we got $60. Boo, we got $60. $9.99.
I feel like you shouldn't be on a video where there is an exposed nipple. I feel like that's probably somewhere against your religion, something like that. So I don't know.
Jesus will wait for you guys, and I love you too. Thank you so much. I love Jesus too, especially when he bred me bareback last week. That was so fucking hot. Like, he rammed me with his big 8-inch uncut Latino cock. I just and then I put my fingers down and stuck it in me and then pulled the cum out and I ate it.
That was Jesus. That wasn't Jesus.
No, his name was Jesus. It was spelled J-E-S-U-S.
This is true. I was going to say, their Jesus is Arab, though, or whatever. The white Arab Jesus? Wait, hold on. Which one? You gotta tell me.
It's really funny that we're having ICE kick all of these people out of this country when Jesus was from the Middle East. So that means Jesus was brown. So wait, does that mean that we're supposed to love brown people too? You mean Jesus wasn't white?
Oh, now don't go doing all that.
No. And another $1.99. I was going to do it anyway because we appreciate it. So let's get back to Jewel Sparkles and her nipples.
Jesus loves Jewel Sparkles, you know. Honestly,
Jesus really loved those titties when they popped out.
I loved when the titties popped out. Let me tell you what. I was like, okay,
I'm
well,
not even
I
a skinny
think,
girl, and I loved it.
not gonna lie, she kind of made it rain with the nipple going on.
Yep. This is a making it rain performance. This is what I needed. I needed her to be a dirty slut on stage.
Yep.
Because let's be honest, Glinda is the real villain in The Wizard of Oz.
10,000%.
So I needed her to completely come out here and just do her thing. What do you think, Dakota?
She did really good. She was super, super camp, super theatrical, super crazy. I mean, the clips that Mackenzie got for every single person during their performance, she went out of her way to do this. So you have to see the pictures that she got for everybody because it is hilarious.
So how are you going to rank her? Make it rain?
Yes, make it rain.
Next, we have Ariadne as the Scarecrow.
What, the lesbian scarecrow? You're like the lion,
and I was like, wait, that wasn't the lion.
I was like, Scarecrow got some work done.
I'll be honest, I was shocked that she was safe because if you notice in the very beginning of her lip sync, she was not on cue with the lyrics. Like her lip sync was off.
I noticed that part. That part. She thankfully came back pretty quickly and recovered herself, but it was sketchy for a minute because I was like, ooh, but she did save it because I was gonna say she kind of shocked me a little bit more than I thought she would for this kind of performance. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. This I would have given it $1. It just wasn't. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it's it was $1.
Yeah, I would give it $1.
Okay. Next we have Miss Lingerie as the Tin Man. I was honestly surprised by this. I expected her to do worse than she did. I just wish that she would have brought the makeup and put the makeup on the back of her neck to complete the look because every time she turned around, I just saw a brown spot. But I mean, that could have been rust.
Right?
Or shit.
Something.
That or it rubbed off or something. You never know. I mean, I would definitely tip her $1. She did a lot better than I thought she was going to do. And her makeup looked beautiful. And I know the outfits and hair was provided, but everybody looked really good. So
yeah, what you said, this is what I needed Susie to do with her makeup. This makeup looks fabulous.
Well, we know she can paint. I mean, she's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yep. I'm gonna say I'm gonna make it rain just because the makeup did it for me, and she did better than I expected. So I would have given her $1, but because she did so good, I'm gonna make it rain.
I'd her a 5.
I don't think I do 5. I do 4 ones, and then I just throw it, and make
you can make it rain with 4 ones.
What about you, V?
I'm gonna see. It's so hard to say because I want to like her, but I'm still gonna put her in the number. I'm gonna give her a number 1.
You gonna give her $1?
Yeah, I might give her 4 quarters.
Just don't throw pennies because I did that once when I did drag. A queen I didn't like came out there and did some stuff and stole a number that I did, and I went out there and I tipped her a penny.
You're such a bitch.
I know. Next we have Mother Lexi Love as the Cowardly Lion. Thoughts?
It's giving Mufasa on Broadway.
Yeah.
She's so lucky. She's
kind of neutral. I didn't know how she would do because she's been okay in the acting challenges. And of course, Snatch Game was questionable. The jury is still out on whether she was funny or not. I would tip her $1 and go on smoke break, probably.
I agree. I felt like it was a safe performance, and I was disappointed because I expected to make it rain performance.
I didn't expect to make it rain. I expected a $1 performance, and I got a $1 performance. I think that I'm just happy she wasn't in the bottom.
Yeah,
that would have made me sad. But I think She is going to give us more. I feel like she's on one of those trajectories that has like the starting to head upward kind of deal too. Right now she's plateauing for sure, but
I think it's because she started off so strong. I think it's like she's maybe running out of steam a little bit and is like saving whatever she has left towards the end. So that's why she's just like, safe across the board.
Next we have Sam Starr as the Wicked Witch as Cher.
Make it rain. She did so good. So good. The only thing, she wasn't wearing a lash. So I don't know if that was intentional or she ran out of time or she didn't have a lash that would like give the Cher eye. But
I saw on, I think it was something that Trinity said on Twitter, that she did not wear a lash because a lash would have thrown off the look and made it look a little different. And she was trying to hone in on the Cher look. So, I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah.
You know, and if looking at it now, if there was a lash on that, then that would have made it more, probably more Elvis-y.
But I would make it rain. She did really, really good.
You guys, well, at least Kenzie knows how I feel about her, but like, woo! You guys in the chat would know from previous me not liking people that Sam Starr is already not one of my favorites. For sure. But it pissed me off that she did so well this week because I was like, son of a bitch. Like, are you kidding me? This is not what I was expecting. But at the same time, she knew she had to loosen up. Otherwise, she knew she was going to be out of there. So she's
done a lot of regional theater stuff.
Yeah.
So she's got a lot of theater credits under her belt that, she critiques. I love what she said in her runway critiques, where she's like, I look at this as a pageant, and each week I'm coming out and taking the critiques you give me. That's one thing I will say. She does have her downsides, but I appreciate the fact that I'm trying to think of who I can compare to. Susie Tude or even Lana. People, or Arietti, say Arietti, where Arietti gets critiques or she doesn't get her way and she gets mad and she stews on it. I feel like Sam is able to take critiques, apply them, and not take it personal and just kind of move forward. And correct. I feel like that's what you need in something like this. You know, Absolutely. Whether you're good or bad, you like them or not, you need to have the Sam Starr mentality coming into a competition like this.
Well, Kenzie, you said yesterday too, Sam needs to be thankful for Lexi, that Lexi called it out and said, maybe you should go for another part because the part that you're wanting is too much like you and what you've been doing, and the judges wanted you to kind of let loose.
100%.
Stand out a little bit more. So thanks,
Lexi. For this cast is really trying to be good to each other. You know, I like that they're not being shady to each other. And it's kind of more like a sisterhood, but I do kind of want to see those shady cat fights come out just for the entertainment.
I was like, yeah, it's fine that they're being nice to each other, but would I love to see some bitchiness? Of course I would.
I want to see somebody curl up in a corner and crying, rocking back and forth.
I want to see the Danielle of traitors like happen on the cast. I think it's good. I think it'll be Susie.
Danielle, don't get me started.
I got Dakota to binge watch the Traitors within the last week.
One day.
She watched it all Tuesday or Wednesday night and then had got caught up on this entire season, has never seen it before, and then watched this last episode Thursday night.
Girl, I am so proud of you for that. Oh my God.
And now she's loving it. She's like, oh my God, this is so good.
It's because like I didn't have a top. It was just my 3 favorites when they came in. Carolyn was like, definitely, if I was going to put someone in the top, Carolyn was in the top for me. So I was very upset that she got voted out, but she kind of did it to herself because she played into what Danielle was giving her because Danielle's playing a very strong game. It's just Danielle's
playing chess. Carolyn was playing checkers.
Yeah. And I love Carolyn. Not that I watched Survivor or anything. I kind of looked her up, as I got people that I liked more and more. I'm like, let me look up and see how they did on their season of whatever show they were on. But yeah, it's Danielle.
I want to say a rant really quick for all you fuckers out there saying that Carolyn's neurodivergent. Carolyn has never been diagnosed as neurodivergent. Carolyn is a former drug addict What Carolyn is doing is twitches from having done drugs for so long.
Well,
Trust me, I know them because I have them at cons.
Yeah, she's only 7 years sober or something, isn't she?
She's 30. I think she's like 38 and she's been sober since she was 22. She's been sober like 16 years or something.
Oh God, maybe it was that much longer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But, those are not, she's even said, I could see how I could be neurodivergent, but I've only been diagnosed as ADHD. So I wish people would quit saying that and putting that thing out there.
ADHD technically is in the neurodivergent spectrum.
Well, it is, but it's not, as hardcore as,
They want to lump it as something else.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has like little nervous tics and mannerisms and stuff anyway, and she's just one of those people.
Yep. Going on along, we have Lydia Butthole.
Oh my God, these screenshots are killing me.
What you think of these names, V? Lydia Butthole Collins.
I mean, she should just go by Butthole. I really don't know what she was fucking around with. It should have just been Butthole. Or a little beehole if you're nasty.
This looks like a monster that would pop up in The Conjuring.
I would have given this. I would have made Rain just because of how fucking funny she was. She stayed in character the entire time. I appreciated that she stayed in character the entire time.
Yeah.
And I was amused watching her do what she did on stage.
She upstaged her partner, that's for sure.
And I don't think any of the girls this season have done like absolutely horrible. Like I think people like Lydia who are kind of blending in a little bit, that are just kind of like skating along, that can't get a win. It's because everybody else.
Do you not remember Arietti and her caveman?
Yeah, but like everybody's doing so strong this season. Like the people that are doing really well, like her, just aren't standing out as much as some of the others that have stood out the whole season.
Yeah.
Next we have Corey King.
These screenshots.
For real though.
Corey King, I would have made it rain on Lydia, and then I would have gone outside for a smoke. This was bad.
I would have personally handed it to Butthole and been like, "You keep this, you don't share." And
yeah, I would have double tipped Lydia, and then I would have went on smoke break for this.
This is so
and I was like, I'll double tip you, Lydia, and I'm like, it's up to you if you want to share this with her. But I'm
not up to you. Do not share this.
Do not share.
Next we have On Nerve as Harlem Dorothy.
Make it rain. Make it girl, make it rain. Make it rain, girl, make it rain.
Much better than I thought it was going to be.
Wow. You really didn't think it was going to be good?
I really didn't.
Oh, see, I saw her performing.
That's because of the whole Jamal Sims thing and the choreography. I did not think she was going to be able to pick it up and go through with it as good as she did. So
that's what happens.
She was given Diana Ross and Foxy Cleopatra in the best way.
Oh, absolutely. But that's the whole thing, is like, you got to remember whenever they try to set it up editing wise and they try to make it look like you're Boo Boo the Clown, you'll figure out if they're Boo Boo the Clown for real or not. Oh, yeah. Very quickly. And I just knew if they were giving her a hard time like that, it was like, oh, they're going to make it seem like, oh, she's big dog, she ain't going to pull it together. No, I knew she was about to come out there pussy flaming.
Next we have, in case you forgot.
Okay, smoke break. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Bye.
That poor girl.
She did okay, but compared to everybody else, it was not up to
Dakota.
par.
Don't do that.
But she looked pretty. This is probably the prettiest that she's
This
looked.
isn't a pretty challenge.
I mean, she's playing Dorothy. She needs to be pretty.
She looks pretty basic.
But do with her makeup. All she had to do was come out there, perform it decently, because she had the costume and the wig provided for her.
That shit.
It was very. It was
the entire time she was flat. When she was standing off to the side, looking bored or just staring like into space, you should stay in character. We have seen enough Rusicals to know that you should be in character the entire fucking time that you're on that stage.
It was very like no energy, like at all.
This would have been a smoke break, and then go and find the show director and say to the show director, "What the fuck did you think about booking this bitch?"
where did you get this from? What was, why? Huh?
Are we doing charity rejects like for the stage now? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Then all of the girls come out and they surround her and they have a little kumbaya moment on stage, and then they do the chorus line kicks, and half the girls are kicking, half the girls are not, half the girls are bending over. It's yeah. And thank God that was over, because that was something.
Something.
Then we move on to the main stage, and we're changing up our banner here. And for this one, we do Slay of the Day if it's an iconic look. If it's stunning and we would want it for ourselves, we'd mop it. If it's meh, we call it a popcorn pass or meh. And then if it's a horrible, if it's like a boot, it's a couch catastrophe. So up first we have A Case You Forgot.
I like it. It was very, very, very campy. It was like the hair was all, like Michelle said, the hair was already big, and then you put one there, then some more hair. I don't know. I liked it.
You're so lucky you're hot, because I swear to God, I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Girl,
like, literally.
It was like
she got this off of Temu.
It was like Beetlejuice. It was like
that's
Beetlejuice.
If I ever did see it.
It was like Beetlejuice meets like.
She wished it was Beetlejuice meets Little House on the Prairie meets the Parasol Challenge. This was.
I think she was channeling Dior. I think that's who she was trying to channel.
Like, that's Little Whore on the Prairie
right there. That's some like that's the saloon bartender type shit. That's like she's trying to be like the I don't even know.
Little House on the Prairie. It's Little Whore on the Prairie.
That was a couch catastrophe if I ever did see one.
Yes, I agree. Couch catastrophe all day, every day.
You just really do love her, and I love that for you.
It's not that like she's like my favorite this season, and I'm not like basing it on her looks. It's like, I mean, I don't think it's horrible. I mean, I wouldn't mop it, and it's not a slay of the day, but I think it's a good look for her compared to her other looks she's had this season.
Aww. So you're saying it's meh? It's popcorn pass?
It's a mess.
Not a slay.
I wouldn't personally steal it, but it's a mess. So,
okay. Well, at least it's one step from the bottom. Because I was about to seriously wonder about your judgment. Next, we have Ariete.
Ooh.
Slay of the Day. This is beautiful. Beautiful. The black with like that red, like silky, velvety color. And I don't know.
Yep.
She was giving like Day of the Dead, but like runway. I don't know. It was beautiful.
I thought it was beautiful. Since we only get one slay of the day, I'm not going to give her the slay of the day. I'm going to give her a mop it. But I thought it was beautiful.
I'm going to say mop it as well.
Oh, we can only give one slay of the day?
Yes. We said that last week.
It's a slay of the day.
Because whenever they do like a slay of the day is like a golden or shoot.
Oh my God. Now I got to remember what everybody else is wearing. Okay. I'm going to mop it then.
Okay.
But this is really close.
Jewels Sparkles. I love this look. Like this was, I love the gown. I love that with it being black. I like that it had so much glitter and sparkle to it, because with the main stage being black now, it could have been very much like Lana's and disappeared on the stage, but this stood out to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna mop this one. But like it's almost a slay for me just because of everything that she did.
Definitely.
I would mop
it. Next we have Miss Corey Collins. Corey Collins.
Probably the most draggy and best that she's looked all season. If I could make some edits, I would mop it. Like,
I will say, at least she is not showing her knees in this one. At least it goes to the ground. This is the first time I think she's worn something that went to the ground all season.
It's the
I
most
love this
dragged
hair on her.
season.
I love the hair on her.
I
With
love the hair on her.
Red glitter bordello.
I think it should have been elevated. Like,
did you all see the video of the hair that she posted?
Yeah.
That shit was. Oh, did we share that in the chat? I don't know, but that shit was the funniest thing ever. The fucking just tumble weave onto. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
That was so good. But yes.
I love this hair on her. I just need this to be drag elevated with runs like stones, blue stones going all up and down it. This to me is a number that you do in a bar. This is not something you bring onto the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race. So for that, I'm a meh.
I think I'm going to have to agree with you on that one because, like they said in the critiques, and they literally said the exact same thing. It was like, just stone it, do something with it. Like, it needs a little bit of something. Like, this would have been cute for maybe like the challenge if they needed something like that. But it was just like missing something because it's like, you know, it was cute and it was definitely draggy, but.
She said on Roscoe's recap that she spent $14,000 on her package for RuPaul's Drag Race. I want to know where.
Probably a lot of it.
Mona Lisa said last night on Instagram Live that she spent $40,000 on her package for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Hormona? And she gave us that same bob the whole time? That was the choice. So
that was a Raquel Welch wig, supposedly.
Choice. We're gonna move right on along to lingerie. This is a popcorn pass for me. It's matte. It's not.
I liked it though. I thought it was beautiful. I would mop it.
I mean, I would have worn it, but it's not. Compared to the other black look that we have of Jules, like there's no comparing.
That's hot.
This really is just not it. Like this is what T.S. Madison said at Roscoe's 2 weeks ago. I need to see her with some curves. I need to see her if she would have had curves and a breastplate with this, and then had like a kitty showing. This would have been a slay of the day.
Could have been.
She needs to be edited and she needs to think about like her proportions. Body is gorgeous. And I think because she is so insecure with her body and she likes being a tall, skinny model type, that she does not want to add hips or breasts because she thinks it makes her look fat when it would make her go from being beautiful to drop dead fucking gorgeous.
I mean, it would make it drag.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's the whole point is like, you got to drag it up. You got to like do the
it's female impersonation. It's female illusionism. It's, you're trying to, some women don't have a big chest, but women who are successful have big chest.
There's a lot of drag queens though in the past that I haven't wore padding, but granted they're like.
And how many of them have won?
Yeah, like Courtney Act doesn't wear padding, and she made it in the top 3. You
got Courtney Act has body yaddy yaddy.
She was in like the top 6. Huh?
I said, but Courtney Act has body yaddy 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 yaddy. Then we have season 17 or season 7 winner
Violet
Chachki. She doesn't wear pads, but she knows how to proportion her body and cinch her waist and get those curves to where she's just looking snatched as fuck.
Simone definitely is.
Simone does wear hip pads, some hip and ass pads though. She doesn't wear as much on the top, but she does on the hip and ass. But she just does like little small like panty inserts. She doesn't do the big couch cushions.
Correct.
Excuse me. Lexi Love. This is my slay of the day.
I like it. I would mop it, but it's not my slay.
I fucking love this look. Like, especially when she came out and she looked like a parasol and then it was a fucking cane. Like, I loved it.
Yep. I was just about to say, I was like, First off, just because I'm trying to think of the rest of the girls and I can't think of anybody else really blowing me away on any of the stuff, I might have to slay this one for sure.
The only really other one we've got is going to be Anya.
Oh, actually, no, I'm gonna save it. Even though this would have been my slay, because of, like I said, because when same thing you just said, when she took the handle off and it was the hat, I was like,
and I just love the hair, like the white hair and the contrast of the makeup with the red lip. Gorgeous.
oh, she looked absolutely stunning. And plus, I love a gold titty.
Oh, who doesn't love a gold titty?
I love a gold titty.
Next, we have Lydia Butthole Collins.
Come on, Lydia.
Butthole.
Loved this. I would mop it. Like, I would
mop this too. I just did not like that I saw the boy titty underneath. That ruined the illusion.
She should have done like some black pasties or like a pretty black,
or even a black X
or something.
Black X over your nipple underneath.
I would mop it.
You know, something about it, I think in the face, the way that it blocked her face, I didn't love that part.
She does that on every single look.
I know, and it's like, I get it, but it's just like, there's something. Shut up, Piggy. Piggy! Piggy! Oh my God.
Piggy too much. We're going to have Josh coming up here.
Oh my God, I know. I don't know. There's something about it that makes me want to do a popcorn pass.
Like, think about like when she did the design challenge and it was like the yellow Pirates of the Caribbean look. She had that big floppy thing in her face. She keeps covering her face. And she shouldn't, because her face is fucking beautiful. Her makeup is gorgeous.
Thank you.
There's no reason to cover your face up.
That's what I mean. It's like if it was meant to be more of like a facial covering type of deal, if it were like a face kini thing, I'd totally understand it. But it's like, it's just kind of like blocking the face. And in that way, I'm just like, so I don't know. Something about it is just at the popcorn for me.
She's one of those queens that I think is going to be invited back for All Stars. And I think when she comes back for an All Star, she's going to really fucking slay. Because I think she's going to be able to look at her critiques from being on and change some things up. Because, I mean, she's already elevated up there. And she's making it pretty far.
Yeah. 10,000%.
Next we have Anya Nerve with Piss Play Realness.
Don't you dare.
I love this look. I loved it on her skin tone. I thought that was pretty. I don't like it from the waist down.
The only thing I wish the sheer fabric that she has on, like that netting fabric, I wish it wasn't tucked into the boot. I wonder if it's almost like it flares out like a palazzo pant. That I just wish it wasn't tucked into her boot. That's the only thing.
See, I don't know. Something about this actually was my slay, because it pops on her skin. If you can rock a short wig and you can actually make me like gag over it, there's something about it. Plus the fact that the parasol was much different than everybody else's. And like, she took almost like the complete opposite approach. I liked all of that. And plus there was something about like, if it were any bunchier on any of the mesh stuff, I would have said absolutely not. But she did just enough to where it was like, okay, this works. And so, especially the way she was modeling it and stuff, she had the stoning, she had everything going. So it was like, I felt like it was appropriate enough. And when I saw her walk around the corner, I was like, bitch, with that against her skin. Woo! So this one for me is going to be my slay of the day, but I can understand why everybody else would feel some type of way about it.
I disagree with you on the puff sleeves thing. I wish that it would have been like almost like Anne of Green Gables puff sleeves, like the big overdrawn. Like I would have loved to see that on the sleeves, and then have it kind of like toned down.
Well, that sheer fabric is so light. I don't even think you would have gotten the same aesthetic had the sleeve been any bigger. It would have just fell. And just kind of like,
if it were a completely different material where it could have had like the crazy billowing and like ruching and stuff like that,
piping through there and hot glue wire piping to the back of it.
I'm just gonna say, for me, it's just gonna be met. I wish it's from the knees down. Like I wish that the fabric wasn't. Maybe the fabric ends there. That's why it's tucked in. but I feel like it would have been really pretty if like the fabric either turned into like a long dress of a train or like almost like it opened up like a robe at the bottom or something. I just wish it wasn't tucked into the boot. So that's the only thing. It's just kind of like meh.
I'd mop it.
I
wouldn't wear it, but I'd mop it.
It's giving sexy beekeeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have Sam Star. With the mop it.
Oh my gosh. See, that was my top. We can't have more. Either her or Arietti were my slay of the days. And I can't.
Well,
because if you zoom in on the photo, how intricate that dress is, the fabric and like almost like the appliques that went into that fabric. I love that, but I also love Arietti so much.
Her?
Yes. Either her or Sam are my slay of the days.
Well, which one? You got to pick.
I'll go with Sam. Sam was my slay of the day.
All right, cool. What about you, V?
I'll allow the slay for this one because I completely understand this one now that I see it. But I'm going to give it a mop it hardcore.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't give this a mop it, or I mean a slay, is because Trinity has worn this before and I've seen it before.
Yeah.
So this was a recycled look. So that's why I did not give it a slay. But I mean, kudos to you that you have someone whose drag closet you can go into and steal shit from and save money for going on RuPaul's Drag Race. Bravo. I wish I could. Then we got Susie 2.
Meh.
Yeah, meh. I mean, I liked it at first. I was from the neck up, from the neck, hair, parasol, love it. I just don't like. We've seen her in a bodysuit, but like I just.
Okay, I will say, and this is only for a hot second. I will say, the fact that there's like stoning around the hips and stuff like that, and like the way it's cut, and like the very like old school kind of effect. I love that kind of look, but I will say it just feels not enough compared to everybody else on stage. So that part's kind of what throws me off. Is it's like once you've seen everybody else come out,
It's like a sepia photo.
It is. It's kind of like that. It's kind of cute where it's like
it's not like a regular bathing suit like anybody else would wear. Like it's got the like V said, it's got the
you know what?
like,
I'm going to change it to mop it because, like you just said, she had stones on it, and that's more than a lot of other queens did.
Yeah, it's got that fringe beading across the leg, across like the top. It's very pin up, like Julie Newmar, like pin up, like when they would take bathing suit photos for magazines and stuff. That's what it's giving. And then I guess she borrowed that wig from Anya.
Yeah.
Because
RuPaul was saying how that was her color. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. It's compared to everybody else, it's just kind of meh. But it's beautiful. I would wear it, but it's just meh.
I'd probably mop it.
We find out that Sam Star is the winner of this week. Do y'all agree? And if not, who would your top one be?
No, I don't agree. But that's just because I'm
not
the biggest fan of Sam Star. I mean, listen, in the realm of like, did she do well enough to like earn a win like this? Yeah, I would say so. Do I think that like maybe somebody else could have won it? Yeah, I would say that like.
I'll agree. I feel like if she did not win it, I feel like it should have been Jules.
I feel like Jules probably would have been the other one for me for sure. Yeah. The dress, the whole performance, like she pretty much killed it. Anya could have been like up there too or something, but even still, Anya didn't sell it compared to the dress and everything. I get that.
Well, so here's the thing. And I think it was Corey King said this, or they were talking about this on Roscoe's recap of like, when you looked at it and it was Harlem Dorothy, like, yeah, I would have expected, Anya to go for that role. What would have been funny is to have Susie Toot do that role and then have, something completely different.
Yeah.
Don't go with what the stereotype is that you fit into. Like,
No,
go
of
for
course.
something different. And
That's
that's where
kind of why, yeah.
that's my critique for Anya this week. Like,
I will agree with you because it's funny that everybody else was kind of like, especially when we had somebody competing for the roles, it was like, oh, okay, well, convenient that you want to throw somebody else under the bus and say, like, well, this is something you do all the time. Maybe you want to try something different. But then they don't say that for Anya because nobody wants Anya's, you know.
Well, in Anya's role, Corey King really should have fought for Anya's role. Like,
Right.
that was something that would have allowed Corey to do something different that we've not seen.
Right. Right. So, yeah.
Hi, Richard Parker, my king.
Come
Love
on,
me some Susie Toot. You would love Susie Toot. Susie Toot reminds me of you in drag.
So,
in a good way. In a good way.
Yes.
Then we've got Richard Parker said he loves him some Susie Toot. Dakota, you know who he is. You know Richard, my king.
Yes. Hi, Richard.
Next, we have our bottom two queens for the week are Acacia Forgot and Miss Corey King. Do we agree?
Yeah.
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 Richard, I thought my butthole was your spirit animal. Yep, I agree. Not a shock here. Hold on, let me take this banner off because we've gone through all of our looks. Yep. So then we got the queens lip syncing, and they are lip syncing to, let me scroll down to my shit because I can't find it. Wet Dream by Adam Lambert.
Ugh.
I was so fucking excited to see the song.
I
and
was
V already knew. V called it.
gagged.
Who do y'all think should have won this lip sync? Well, hold on. So we get through the lip sync, and then Corey King's eating it up, and then Corey King does a split, and bloop, loses her wig, and then bloop, picks it up and plops it back on top of her head.
It is the second queen this season that has lost her wig.
Corey needs to go. I don't like her attitude, and for God's sake, let me see one more bodysuit from her. Richard, we just said that. At least tonight, she was wearing something that we didn't see her knees. For once, we didn't see her knees. Gross.
I don't. It's the
And
second.
we find out that Corey King has won that lip sync. Do you agree with that? Do you think a queen should be rewarded for losing her wig on the main stage?
I feel like her performance was better. It's the second queen this season that's lost a wig that hasn't gone home, because in past seasons, if you took your wig off or you lost your wig or took off your shoes, you were probably losing the lip sync. So, but I think Corey's performance was better.
Yeah.
Richard said she had to cover them knees from sucking Michelle's cock. Period.
Where's the lie, bitch? Where's the lie?
And then we have Acacia Forgot's message says, all you can do is forgot. Love you all, da-da-da, Acacia. Bye, girl. And What You Packing, we see her 3 looks that she showcased. One of the upcoming balls is going to be, or runways is going to be black and white. So I think that's what her middle one is. I think another one's going to be denim, a denim runway. And then the one on the far right was a little boy blue. Instead of doing Marie Antoinette, it was little boy blue wearing his dad's cloak, which I thought was an interesting take that no one's done on the main stage. That's the most elevated thing that she brought, I think.
Thank God, no Marie Antoinette. Thank God.
Yeah.
Her aesthetic is very she takes pop culture references and makes it camp somehow, or the middle look, Little Bo Peep meets Dolly Parton at an award show. That's literally what her style this whole season has given me.
That black and white one is cute, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We go into Untucked, and we see the Save Queens deciding that they're going to do an Abby Lee Miller style pyramid. And we see them put the queens in either the top of the pyramid or the bottom of the pyramid. And they all decide that they're going to put Susie in the bottom of the pyramid just to fuck with her and make her spiral because they know it's going to freak her out. I fucking love this. Like, it's so fucking shady. And I love that Lexi is the one, like, spearheading. She almost looks drunk in this picture. Like, she's had too many cocktails, and we should fuck with them.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
they're like, guys, let's go hide. So we won't be in here when they come in the door. And they're like, where's everybody at? What is this on the mirror?
Lana then says, well, we see Acacia forgot saying that she thought that this was her winning week. Read that wrong. Lana Jure is saying that she's never going to complain about being safe again. And Ariadne agrees and saying being safe is nice as hell. And then Lydia Butthole Collins says that she thinks Corey is going to be in the bottom. Yes, you are. And they think that it's Corey and Acacia, but then they say that they want to see it be Susie. Rich Parker said she won a trip home. You're exactly right. Then the other girls come in, they all kiki, and Samtar said that she wants a second win. And everyone else says that they want one too. And she says, well, y'all are kind of late to the party.
Well, because Ariadne came at her and said, oh, well, you were in the top because you got the share role, and anybody could have been in the top if they would have gotten the role. And she's like, well, baby, you should have fought for that role then. If it was such an easy role and you would have been in the top, you could have gotten another win in.
Not wrong.
I'm sorry, there's not any role. That's bullshit. I don't think there's a. What do you think, Nate? I don't believe that there's a single role that's automatically a winning role.
It's really, really easy to make Cher look good, but it's also really easy to make Cher look horrible. Like they said, it's very easy to make Cher sound like Elvis.
I think that if anything, there were roles that would make it obvious to be in the bottom, but I don't think there were any like for sure top roles.
And if Ariadne is wanting, like, if you're wanting a win, then you need to go out there with a number that's not, part of a trio and 30 seconds.
Yep. Make yourself a star, honey.
Instead of being a supporting actor, be the top actress, best actress. Sorry about it.
Do better.
And finally, we've got some of our eliminated queens showing what they would have worn for this runway. We have Hormona Lisa, and we have Miss Crystal Envy. The rest of the queens have not posted their
Crystal Envy. We saw it, like she showed that look and What You Packin'. Now Hormona, she didn't have that look in the three outfits and What You Packin', but Hormona's is just. I hope she would have been really strong in the musical, because I don't know, I'm not like a super, and I love Hormona. I don't really like the look. Now, Crystal Envy's on the other hand, love.
Yeah.
Crystal Envy is hot for sure. Hormona, like
she needs to get out. She needs to quit paint. She needs to quit dressing herself like grandma. She needs to quit dressing herself like Richard Parker, and she needs to start dressing herself more like the beautiful, voluptuous woman that she is.
You're ridiculous.
I mean, you've got laser hair removal going. You've got some new titties, so show some skin.
Absolutely.
Says the woman that wears muumuus in almost every single episode of our channel.
Rich Parker said, "Ha ha, no." Love you. And then finally, just for the Big Brother fans out there, we have Hormona Lisa and none other than Angela from Big Brother.
Wow.
And Hormona Lisa posted and said, meeting Angela from Big Brother was not on my bingo card for 2025. It wasn't on mine.
Wow. That's amazing.
I need a video of this whole meeting. I need a YouTube series about it.
Yeah, we're going to need 1 million TikToks. Come on now.
Just Colin said, icons. Dakota, so she was on Big Brother. She was the oldest person on Big Brother this year. She was the first HOH. And she went to Lulu.
She was a hot-ass mess.
Psycho, melting down. No one was talking to her, so she thinks everyone's conspiring and out to get her. And she called one guy who is with Oriental parentage, crazy eyes. Like, yeah.
Oh.
It was and she
It's
lasted.
Oriental. Girl,
Huh?
it's Asian.
I don't know. I don't know if he was Asian or if he was, South Pacific or what. And I'm just gonna say Oriental.
What did she say in y'all's last episode of The Traitors? Instead of saying someone of Cajun descent, what did
My God!
Kunes? That's what it's called. Joseph Allen.
Mackenzie's generation is coming out in her. Was
that is a person from Louisiana. That is a white male from Louisiana that is from the Bayou.
Well, it doesn't sound like it's a white man thing. Let me tell you what. I'm over here when you said it. I was like,
Kenzie, you did not. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Why are you posting in chat? Not jumping in here with us?
Stephen was there.
Stephen was there.
It was either Frank or some. No, it was Josh. It was V, Josh, and Stephen and Mackenzie in the last Traitors episode, and y'all were talking, and Mackenzie used that word, and I was like, I don't know if that's an acceptable
wig.
Oh my God.
Kunes is a term for a person of Cajun ethnicity. Some view it as derogatory. However, all Cajuns embrace the name.
How do you spell it?
Coonass. All one word.
Oh, since Steven is in the chat. So since you guys were talking about who you'd love to see on The Traitors, and since I binge watched The Traitors all last week in one day, last Wednesday, and you guys were talking about, oh, I'd love to see this person. I love to see this person. You know who I'd really love to see from reality TV that hasn't been on reality TV in a while? Tabitha Coffey from Tabitha Takes Over. I would love to see her on The Traitors.
Oh,
Dakota. Oh, girl, you are killing me right now.
Up for all of your opinions about a case you forgot tonight.
Honestly, that would be so fucking fire.
If there is one person,
that's a solid pick.
If there is one person that is equally intimidating on TV as they are in person, because haven't met her, but seen her in person, Tabitha Coffey, the most intimidating person that I've seen.
Speaking of,
she would be a Dakota coming through.
Period.
Your wig tonight,
ma'am. You fucking wow.
I'm down.
I would. Wow, that's a good one.
I would. Yeah,
that's an OG reality star. We need like Tabitha with like Snooki
or JWoww.
Or JWoww.
Jersey Shore girls for sure.
Or Angelina. Okay, we're gonna keep doing this, and this is gonna be chaotic.
That's why I don't understand Crystal Envy. Why she did not lean more into like Jersey Shore girls. Like that's who she should have been doing for her Snatch Game characters. It's something that she knew and was familiar with.
That was so embarrassing.
Oh my God, you guys. Let's go get some Guidos out on the boardwalk. Come on, you guys. I'm looking.
Oh my God, Gentian laundry.
Do you guys have a tanning bed here in Scotland?
Dakota, stop it right now.
I feel tasty. Hello, Tannin Tasty. Gorgeous, honey.
Steven said, give me someone from Mob Wives.
Kenzie, you didn't.
I want Big
so good
with Tabitha Coffey on The Traitors.
Kenzie, you didn't tell me I was going to have a big fat lesbian crush on Dakota. Jesus Christ.
Why do you think she's my BFF? There's a bunch of juice heads. Come on, Snook.
Not juice heads.
Is Big Ange dead? Are you fucking serious? I did not know this.
Yeah, she passed away like what, 6-7 years ago?
Forever ago. Where the fuck have you, Kenzie? Please stop. You're kidding, right?
I did not know that. Did not know that. Dig up Big Ange.
Oh, yeah, Big Ange had
during my doing drugs days. Like, don't remember that. Yeah.
Wow.
Third strike. Fuck you, bitch.
Third strike.
Come in here and say that to my face.
Oh my God. My delivery's almost here, y'all.
Who do you think is in danger of going home next week? Who, if you have to pick a winner right now?
What's the challenge?
Oh, yeah. What is the challenge next week? I can't remember what it was.
Next week is going to be another ball, and they have to design a look inspired by Betsy Johnson, I believe.
Oh,
Ariadne is winning.
Corey King, the house, is going to be in the bottom next week.
Corey King will be in the bottom. Ariadne's going to win. And then
Corey King and oh my gosh, she was in the bottom with in the last design challenge. Oh my gosh, the unconventional ocean materials challenge.
Lana?
Yeah, Lana Jarre and Corey King are going to be in the bottom for the design challenge.
Ooh,
I'm going to call it here and now. Jill Sparkles is going to win it. And Corey King and Lydia Butthole Collins are going to be lip syncing against each other.
Ooh, I was going to say that. I was going to say it would be fucking tea if they fucking lip sync against each other. Okay, but wait.
Lana pulls through. Like, Lydia did okay in the last design challenge.
How the fuck? Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, first off, Ariadne is like the sewing challenge queen.
Just saying. I'm calling it. I'll place $20 on it.
Bitch, we're not doing all that.
You have like some insider like that is feeding you this information because
are you on Reddit? You can't be on Reddit, you little cheating ass bitch.
I'm not on Reddit.
Okay, well then
got insider trading over here.
You said this was texted to you?
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Since
fair
Rusical gonna do well. And also, we don't
do well in almost all the other designs for this. I feel like it's her turn to shine. I feel like it's her turn to shine.
We don't do spoilers on this pod.
No, this is not a spoiler. I'm just saying I feel it's her time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
She's been having a good arc for 3 episodes now, and she's not won anything.
You might be right. That actually would be fair too. Okay, well,
said Lydia could win, but it's got to be Lexi. Her body is the same as Betsy. Yeah, I think that's another strong possibility.
That could be cute.
I don't know though. I feel like as much as I love Lexi and I want to see Lexi win, I feel like she's been on this safe/low like arc for a while, and I feel like she's going to have to get to the bottom to get her ass to snap back into gear.
Yeah. Like
I don't want to see that happen, but
right.
Don't forget Anya can't sew or can't see, sew, not see. Yeah. Anya though, it doesn't matter how bad it is, the judges eat it up because Anya, for what she lacks in sewing, she makes up for in stage presence. So like Anya, I feel like Anya's gonna eat any runway, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, y'all got anything else y'all want to say about this episode?
No, this shit was cute. I'm
glad that I redeemed myself with my trader recommendation.
You did. You definitely did.
Dakota, where can people follow you on social media?
You can follow me on TikTok and the Book of Face and Gram of Insta at Dakota Rain XOXO. I have Snapchat, but I don't really use it. And that's about it. I don't have Blue Sky yet, and I will probably never have X/Twitter. That's not my vibe. So you can follow me right there. DAKOTARAINEXOXO.
And she doesn't have OnlyFans yet.
Not yet.
V, where can people follow you?
Could be my teaser.
You can well, yeah, exactly. You used to be able to follow me on OnlyFans. Now I'm just I'm too creaky for that shit right now. Go follow me on VCuts Detroit, I guess, if you want to. I'm kind of boring and I'm not really on there most days. And if I am, I'm just bitching about stuff. So I guess you can come see me.
Cool. I don't have an OnlyFans. You can go see all of my stuff on Pornhub for free. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at KenzieJo25 and Twitter at Kenzie_reality. You can also follow the Couch Potato Queens, like us on Facebook. Also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. Make sure you like and comment. If you're one of the people in our chat, as soon as this ends, if you would be so kind to hit refresh and then hit the like button and comment underneath the video, that helps us out more than just a comment on a live. We will be back here Thursday night at around 10:15 Eastern, 9:15 Central to discuss the latest episode of The Traitors. We've only got 2 more episodes before the finale, and we will be back here next Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern to discuss episode 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And we appreciate y'all watching. We love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Fuck Trump and fuck Anonymous Angel. But thanks for your money.
Yay!
Bye, y'all.
Bye.